Hello, Scorpio. This is Intuitive Niche. I think I got the lighting okay. Now let's see. Oh, there you are. I can see you now. Do I remind you of a grandma? I am. All my readings are free, timeless, and for entertainment purposes only. Oh, you all have free will and final say at the end of the day, so believe me when I tell you. Whatever messages that I bring to the table for you in this reading today, if they don't resonate, please scroll on by. Like, share, and follow, subscribe, all those things. Heart me, leave me comments, let me know how we're doing. If you would like to leave a donation, I only accept donations through Venmo, friends and family only, which is in my description box. If you would like any of the services I can provide for you, Reiki healing sessions, personal readings, and making jewelry of any kind that I create, let me know. My email is also in the description box, and that is how I take those orders. We are using for you today, Scorpio, the Making Magic Oracle by the Priestess Moon. And I'm using this deck because it is one of the most positive decks I have. And Scorpio, I'm not feeling so positive when it comes to you most of the time. You are my moon, so I can understand. The shadow side is here. But I really, really, really need you to focus on making your shit more positive, because you are the only reason it's not, okay? Let's get real here, alright? I am a Libra sun, a Scorpio moon, and I know you've all heard this before, a Pisces ascendant, and I have 5 placements of Virgo in my chart. And I have 5 houses that were empty on my birthday. So no planets, no signs. So I'm very strong in what I have. Alright? So I am an intuitive empath. I am not a psychic that I know of. I'm not a medium. I feel things. I smell things. I hear things. And I just know things. Claircognizant. Sometimes I just know what I know. And people don't believe. They think it's evil. It's not evil. These are things that come naturally, God-given, and it is all over the Bible, so let's not go toe for toe with this, okay? If you don't believe in this kind of stuff, then move on, okay? Because there are many people who do, and that doesn't make them evil. It just means they're trying to find some guidance. Any words that you speak, as above, so below, or any prayer you say in church, any words you speak are spells of a making. And that's why I say when you come to our readings, that any person who is doing a reading with cards or without, and I can do them without the cards. I do the cards for you guys. So just be mindful of that, okay? And I have a sign that hangs in my office here, part office, part bedroom. Please be mindful of the energy you bring into this space. And that is what I'm going to say. If you cannot come in with an open mind to my readings, move on. I can't answer all your questions. I can't give you the winning lottery numbers. I would love to have the winning lottery numbers if you got them for me, though, okay? I don't even need lots of money. I'm not greedy. I just need enough to pay off my debts and be comfortable and not have to go to work anymore. I'm headed to 60, you see. And I raised 2 kids. I was mostly single. Was married on and off. Yes, long story short, I'm just me. I'm by myself. And I'm doing the best I can do every day, just like every single one of you. So my advice mostly comes from the experience that I've experienced, and my intuition and guidance that I give to you from the cards, if I use them, is because of the energy that's coming to the reading. And yes, it does come here before you do sometimes. And you need to know that. Because sometimes when you need help, you don't always need help that you know about. Or maybe you're stubborn and struggling and you don't know that you need help. So Scorpio, you are one of those that just thinks you're fine just the way you are. You don't have any drama. You don't have any problems. Life is just fine. Leave me alone. Don't tell me how to live my life. Don't tell me what to do. You're not the boss of me. I'm not the boss of anybody. But if you don't start listening to the guidance somewhere along the lines, and you don't start changing your ways, you're going to go down a very dark road and alone. Okay. This is what I'm feeling for you today, Scorpio. So let's get into these cards and turn this around and make it more positive, because you deserve better than you are giving yourself. Do you understand? You are your own worst enemy in everything that I feel right now for you, Scorpio. You are the reason why you don't have what you want. You can't blame it on your sister, your brother, your mother, your father, the ex, 1, 2, 3, or 4. It doesn't fucking matter who it is. The only person responsible for your life is you. And that goes for any sign at any time. So when I give my readings and I give you advice, it is because I truly feel that for you, a particular sign. And when I do personal readings, I do the same thing. Whether I use cards, I most of the time will have them choose their own cards and what they're drawn to, so that the messages that come out will come out for them. They shuffle the cards as well as me, and we do the readings. And I can do it Zoom, or I can do it on other things. And my neighbor, I'm going to choke him, but not really, because he likes to ring my doorbell every time I start a reading, and I'm not answering. And I told him what I was doing already today. This is the 3rd time he's ringing my doorbell, so go away. I'm not answering. Okay. Because I can't even pause on this computer. Remember, we had the computer conversation. This is an old computer, and I'm lucky I can tape and upload it in a decent amount of time. And I know. I have an old tablet that the sound died on, so I can't use it at all now for recording, because the sound is just terrible, if there is any. And that is even with the mic that I had to plug into it. It doesn't help. Tried to do a couple of different things to finagle the technology on it to see if I could fix it. Didn't work. This is Mercury retrograde after all, so technology is going to fail. So let's get the top 3 cards off of my magical 555 on my phone. Yes, 555. There's my sweet pea. She is in the room with me now. She knows I'm not answering the door. I mean business, and she knows it. First card off the top of the deck, Spirit card. And Spirit is here guiding us. Yes. Heavenly assistance from your angels and guides, number 19. Yes, 19, Spirit card. 1 and 9 is 10, boiled down to 1, endings and new beginnings. We are coming into the new moon. A day or so? Yeah, it's only a few hours away, actually. Okay, so Spirit is with us today for this reading, Scorpio. And Trinka 5. Wow. Manifesting money and income. Number 26 card, which is an 8. 8 is an abundance sign. And there's Sweet Pea on my bed. And here is your 555 card. So triple fives, all about change, all about transition. And you know yourself, when money comes your way and it is yours, and you didn't expect it, and there goes my neighbor again, I'm going to kick his ass. He doesn't understand one means no. I didn't come to the door. Stop ringing. Anyway, I love him. He's a good guy, but he's also very irritating at times. He's a Libra too, by the way. Breaking bad habits, which he has a hard time doing. Self-acceptance and excellent mental health. Wow, Scorpio, are you on the mend here? You are on the mend. I know it, you are. Spirit, Trinka 5, incoming money, self-acceptance and excellent mental health, and heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. Let's see what kind of clarifiers we get for you, Scorpio. Today is July 10th. Yes, it is. 2026, which is also a 10. Yes, it adds up to 10. 622 is 10. So we have the 1010 portal today. And 1010 is all about abundance and building your wealth and completions, success. Ooh. And the next card that fell is fire. 17. The element of fire heralds new life and positive transformation, Scorpio. So again, triple fives, we're bringing in money, right? Heralds a new life and positive transformation. Fives are all about transformation. Yes. Growth, transforming, breaking bad habits, and Spirit is helping you do this, okay? Somebody from the other side, or maybe it's just your guardian angel that you were born with. Something is helping you. And I hope it isn't too late, Scorpio. Any other guidance from my Scorpions this next 10 to 20 days with the new moon? New beginnings, time to end things, time to set new goals, time to get your ass out the chair and go do something, because summer isn't going to last forever. And in here, in the great state of New York, where I live, it is summer. Get outside, get grounded, go hiking, do things. My day off today, I did laundry, I went out to breakfast with my neighbor who was ringing my doorbell incessantly now because he feels like it's permission to keep bothering me all day after I was nice enough to spend time with him. It's okay. I understand. But when I tell you, I have said, I have to go upstairs now and take care of my other people, do my readings, and take care of my birds that I feed and my dog. That means don't ring my doorbell, because you're going to interrupt those things. And that doesn't help me with my energy or his. So, perseverance means I ignore him. The motivation to keep going despite the odds. I will not interrupt a reading for anybody, because that energy is also part of the reading. Okay? So if there was somebody, whether you love them, care about them, either your friends, your neighbor like mine, who you know is just going through some big losses in his life, okay? He lost his wife in May, unexpectedly. Okay, so I'm the next thing that he clings to, because his wife and I were friends, so I had a loss too, okay? But I'm trying to help him get through it, but he's clinging a little too much, and I've had the conversation where I said, listen, there's a senior center down here in town. If you want, I'll take you down and we'll get you hooked up, and you can start going to some events that they hold at the senior center and start making some new friends and getting some new things in place, because you really need to find things to do with your time. Because I'm not retired. I am working 40 hours a week, and I have my own business, or I'm trying to attempt to have my own business, and I'm trying to help you at the same time. So you can't interrupt what I'm doing because you have a quick, I wanted to tell you this real quick kind of thing. Hurry up, and then it's nothing that couldn't have been sent through a text message, or when I came downstairs or outside later with the dog, instead of interrupting me when I'm doing something, and I asked you not to do that. So if there is somebody that you care about, that you're trying to help out with something, the message is very clear. You have to put the boundaries in place. Scorpio 33, perseverance, right? The motivation to keep going despite the odds. I am trying to help him keep going, and I know that he lost his wife and it's very hard for him, but I also lost a friend, and it's very hard for me to be mean, but at the same time I need to put those boundaries in place. I'm a Scorpio moon, if that helps you, and I'm having a hard time doing so because I feel bad for him. So slowly I'm realigning his needs with something else so that I'm not the one he's clinging to. And there are many neighbors here that are willing to spend time with him and have talked with him and stuff like that, but he's like a little child sometimes. He likes to ring the doorbell, ding, 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 50 million times. And I said to him, if you do that again, I'm taking the battery out, and I will take your phone number out of my phone and disown you. And I will never speak to you. I will walk right past you. You need to learn respect, because I am not your girlfriend, your wife, or your or your gonna be girlfriend. I am your friend. I am Linda's friend. I will be here to help you. But you are not going to make me be the reason you live. You have to find that reason to go forward now that your wife is gone. And yes, I feel sad. I am in grief myself, okay? And I have a couple other people who are going through cancer and fighting the battles, and I'm trying to be there for them as well. And believe me, a lot of people don't reach out my way. As sweet as I am, most people stay away from me, and it's okay. I'm okay with being alone. See, that's the problem. I've been alone long enough to like being alone. Is there something wrong with that, Scorpio? You understand the message? I know I give up a lot of me in my videos, but I try to do that so that you get the hint. Like, maybe you're being a pain in somebody else's ass. Maybe you're too needy to somebody. Maybe it's the other way around. Maybe somebody is that needy of you, and maybe you need to be putting boundaries in place. Okay? And my advice is be patient. Try to be as kind as you can. It's hard. Sometimes ignoring the doorbell, ignoring the ring, ignoring the notification, and just doing something for yourself, and then later on just act like it didn't happen. But put them in their place correctly, because you need to have those boundaries. You need to have your own space and your own time, and you need to put them in their place too. Some boundaries need to be completely broken and removed, and you need to know the difference. The one that I'm dealing with right now comes from grief, so I'm trying to use my heart in this and understand that it's my friend that died, it's his wife that died, and he's clinging to somebody who was close to his wife, and I get that. But at the same time, you have to now start living your life for you and stop looking to have that reconnection with somebody else that is not going to be Linda, that is not going to be the person that you had. And you need to go outside of the world that you've been living in and explore things, especially now when it's summer, because he's older and he's a little more feeble and he really isn't steady physically. So my concern is his well-being when he's by himself. He's been doing a lot better, and I'm happy about that, but he's also still clinging, and sometimes you do things on purpose and so you can be helped. And I do find that happens with our seniors in our life, and I hope I never get like that. But it comes from just being lonely. You know, we're lonely. Everybody gets lonely. So Scorpio, it's okay to be alone, but when it starts feeling lonely, you need to understand that if you haven't connected with people or been close to other people and you have disconnected yourself, and now that you need somebody you want to connect, that isn't how it works. That's backwards. Okay? If somebody's a part of your life, they're a part of your life every day in one way or another. Now, I've got friends that I haven't been with or talked to or seen in quite some time now. And occasionally I get a message here or there, and that's fine. I know where I stand, and it's okay. I'm all right with that. But when the world comes crashing down, I also know that I would be there in a heartbeat. Okay? So my friends know that I will show up. And I know that most of the people I call friends will show up too. But on their time, not mine, right? So there's a difference. So Scorpio, Felix Felicitas. Number 35 is also an 8 card. A power symbol to create lucky, serendipitous events. So if you're looking for the right person to come spend your life, or if you're looking for, you have to put yourself out there. You can't sit home all the time doing nothing, right? I guess you have to persevere in what you really want. You have to understand that changing and transitioning means you have to change and you have to transition. You can't expect people to come to you when you've been reclusing it, hibernating it, and just doing what you do every day alone by yourself. Well, I've been doing that, but I still have my friends. I still have my people. I still connect in the ways that are important. And I give the leeway to others to reach out to me and connect. And when they don't, I don't reach out again. And I understand that's where you're at, Scorpio. That's what this really is about right here, this message. The elements. Number 14 is also a 5. The elements of fire, air, earth, and water create powerful protection. Oh my goodness. So yes, boundaries create protection. Protection for you and for them. And you need to understand that too, because in the protection, sometimes in the transition, you are breaking bad habits. You are learning new ways. You are teaching yourself a new perspective or a new way to be or to understand and love yourself first. Because I can tell you right now, if you don't love yourself, nobody coming back to love you the way that you deserve it anyways. I love you means I love you, but it doesn't always mean I love you. Okay? So, in breaking the bad habits, you self-acceptance and excellent mental health. That means you have to be taking care of yourself. That means you have to be stepping back and taking the breath and getting out there in nature and connecting and guiding and letting the universe bring those messages to you. And then you take action on them. You take action on the messages. The element of fire heralds new life and positive transformations, right? You can only do that if you are persevering through the muck. Okay? Means you have to deal with this shadow side of yourself, which is your bad habits, your laziness, your procrastination, your gluttony, your bad habits, anything that you do that would push somebody else away, or that you believe would push other people away. Okay? And I need you to understand that you can and will push other people away, and you don't even realize it, okay? Oh, I got my little jar here. Yeah, isn't that the cutest thing ever? It's my little chocolate bottle, and it is glass, so I try not to handle it too much, because it will break. And my little necklace that I had here, I made, it's on elastic string, so I just hang it over my computer. Got all the colors of the chakras. So let's see. Spirit is here helping you with the elements, and you can get signs. Like you could be standing outside, and just like when I walk the dog, we stop at a certain place along the way, and I will put my hands on the trees and ask the universe questions. And you can take, it's a perfectly calm day with no wind, no rain, no nothing going on, just a beautiful sunny day. You're taking a walk outside, and all of a sudden this breeze picks up out of nowhere. Like you're communicating, even if you were just walking around outside, and you just ask the universe to meet you halfway. Yeah. And then they answer you with the breeze, or they answer you with the clouds moving out of the way. Yeah, and shining bright on your face. Like it was so cloudy when you walked outside, and then all of a sudden the sun breaks right through. That's the universe communicating with you. The breeze picking up out of nowhere. That's the universe communicating with you. And that's what we talk about with the elements, right? Fire, air, earth, water. And then all of a sudden it downpours. Like half the sky is blue and half the sky is gray, and you happen to be standing under the cloud, and that's where the rain falls. Okay, that's spirit, the universe, your angels, your guides. That's the communication. Okay, so if you're thinking about something and you're asking questions, or you're just talking to yourself like I do, or I talk to Sweet Pea when we're walking, that's your answer that you're looking for, and you're not even taking it in. as an answer. You're like, what the fuck happened here? You don't even realize it, but that's it. That's the answer. The universe has come through with an answer for you, and that's how you need to see it. Okay? Oh, one to the floor, two to the floor. Okay. Let's get those 2 cards. Scorpio. Oh, 3 cards. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Alright, so we're going to take the 2 cards that fell face down first, okay? And the first one is safe and happy travels, protection from harm when journeying. So the universe is also protecting you whenever you go out on a journey, mental or physical. So whether it's in a car or in your mind, you are safe and protected from the universe. And time to shine creates an energetic resonance for golden opportunities, and this card is number 5. 32 equals 5. So more transitioning, new perspectives, time to shine. You need to see things in a different way. You are persevering. You are using fire, the element of fire, to take action. The Trinca 5, 555 card, which is also 8, as abundance is coming through and breaking bad habits, and the spirit and the elements are helping you and guiding you. And maybe now you're finally starting to let it connect. You're letting it connect. I hope so, because the other card that dropped is the Sun card. The most beautiful card ever, and it doesn't matter what deck it's in. The golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune. So Scorpio, I don't know what's going on in your life right now that has you so down, but you are the reason why. And as soon as you get out of your own way, the sun is going to shine. Life is going to get better. You are going to be happy. And you're going to finally bring in those things that you earned, that you've worked for all your life, the happiness, the abundance, the love, whatever it is for you, Scorpio. But you are the only one standing in the way of it right now. Do you understand that? So this long conversation about boundaries and my neighbor and whatever, it's really about what you need to do, Scorpio. Put the boundaries in place. Keep them there. And ignore the interruptions like I just did, and I explained it to you why I did. This isn't a once in a lifetime experience. He does this to me every single day. So I have to ignore him more and more and put that distance between us, because as soon as I allow, like today's the first day we actually spent some time talking about his sister-in-law and his wife, and we connected a little bit in that way to bring home the memories that made him happy and stuff like that. But now he doesn't want to leave me alone, and it's because I remind him of the happiness that he had, maybe, and maybe I should be a little more peaceful about it, but this is every day, and I'm in the middle of doing something, and he knows what I'm doing because I've told him. So if you are trying to help people, before you help them, you have to put boundaries in place, because you should be able to come home and relax and not worry about somebody else thinking something differently about you because they didn't give you 5 minutes on the way in the house. You have no idea what kind of day I might have had at work. When I get home and you're ringing the doorbell, I haven't been in the house 30 seconds, you're ringing the doorbell, I'm sitting on the toilet, okay? Seriously. Because you're alone and you're lonely, and I get it. But I'm taking a moment after a long day of work, and you're ringing the doorbell. So, is somebody doing that with you in your life, Scorpio? It doesn't have to be what I'm going through right now, but I'm a Scorpio moon, and this is what's happening to me. So I am slowly incorporating those boundaries with kindness, with patience, with love, and with boundaries when I don't answer. Just like I didn't answer today. Because I literally have to make him understand that he's overstepping. And I'm not trying to be mean. And I have to explain it to him, and then tomorrow he'll forget we had the conversation, and he will do this again. And my friend who was supposed to come up today didn't come. She's also a Scorpio moon, I get it. She's living on the dark side today. She's tired, she worked hard, she didn't want to drive. I get it. and it's okay. But he's noticed now that she didn't show up, and he wants to go out to dinner. No. I want to be left alone. I'm trying to clean up some things. I got wedding presents to wrap. I got laundry to finish. I don't want to be interrupted every hour on the hour for one thing that you can just send me a quick text message for. And so there's got to be boundaries. All right, Scorpio? Get the boundaries in place in your life and keep them. Don't give in. I didn't give in this time. So I need you to understand, don't give in. And let the sun in. You can still be kind and not hurt people's feelings because they have shit going on in their life too. But I have to remind him, just like I'm going to remind you, that I had a loss too. And you're not giving me the time I need sometimes to be able to come downstairs and sit in your apartment for a half an hour to visit and know she's not there. Okay? You're not understanding that I had a loss too. This is only about you, so you're being selfish. And I told him that. And then when he saw it in my perspective, he apologized, but then the next day we rang the doorbell 15 times. So he gets it, but not really. And maybe that's because he's older, and maybe he's just doesn't remember. And I'm trying to keep that in my mind that, what he's going through is different than what I'm going through, and it's okay. And so I will take a breath. I will get over my instant anger every time he rings the doorbell because it's really starting to irritate me so much. And I will blow it off, catch a drink, go downstairs and see what he needs to make sure he's really okay. Because you and I both know in past experiences in people's lives that, people do take their own lives for different reasons, and this could be one of them, and I don't want that to happen. So I also want to keep that in mind that, I want him to be okay. But I can't be his only source of okay. Like I told him, when he goes to his doctors, he should really talk about getting a counselor, somebody he can talk to, or get himself involved in a senior center or something like that. This is my advice to him, because I can't always be there for him. And it's not my responsibility either. As much as I like to be helpful, I'm missing out on spending time building my business and growing my life as well by giving up those few minutes, because then I myself procrastinate as the Scorpio that I am. Okay? So Scorpio, take this in light with the advice that I give my neighbor and I try to give to you today in this reading. Be kind. Be open and honest and firm, though. Okay? I'm not mean. I don't yell at him. I really know how much he's hurting, and I don't want to hurt him more. Okay? But he really does need some kind of guidance and help other than me. And so maybe somebody in your life, or maybe you yourself, Scorpio, need some kind of guidance outside of the everyday life, because, insight, there's a confirmation. Opens the third eye to strengthen intuition. So whether you're going within yourself to find your own answers, or you're meeting with a minister or a priest, depending on your own religion, or you are going to a counselor, please don't be afraid to reach out, because most times now mental health resources are free. And if you go online or you go through your work, I know that we at my place of work definitely have free resources for mental health, and we do all we can to help people that might need it, and give them that opportunity. But again, you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, right, Scorpio? So you can bring them just so far. You can offer them the services. You can show them how to get to it, and you can be that leg there. But if they're not willing to do the work, then they're going to lean on you. And if you keep letting them do that, then it's your own fault. Because there has to be a limit, there has to be boundaries, and you have to cut it off, or you get hurt for being good, for helping them. then everything that ever went wrong in their life is your fault. Do you understand? It's not your fault. I dropped another card. Tree of Life. True wisdom in making good choices in life. Please do that, Scorpio. Make good choices in life. Protect your boundaries. Protect your own life. And even if they are related to you, protect yourself first, because not everybody has your best intentions in their mind. All they care about is themselves. You need to remember that. And that's what I got for you today, Scorpio. And I know it sounds a little dark, but you know what? It is the new moon. The new moon will be the darkest day of the month. And it should be the one that enlightens you to create those boundaries, to be kind and compassionate at the same time, firm and in control of what's going on. You cannot always give in to somebody else's whim, or pay their way, or help them in ways that you don't need to be helping them. Because someday you won't be here, and they will still be reaching out for you to pay their way. Really? I don't think that's such a good thing. They have to figure out their own way. And your guidance should be showing them how to make it on their own. Tree of Life. I split the deck in half. True wisdom in making good choices in life. Scorpio. Love and light to you. Until next time, my next reading will be on TikTok. Love and light.